Alright, so for the month of October, I want to do a series where I talk about horror movies and just movies that you could generally watch during the Halloween season. So for my first entry in this series, I wanted to talk about a recent horror movie that came out this year called Hereditary. Now, this movie is absolutely insane. So this film is pretty much about a family that just repeatedly gets screwed over by life all the time. And the title suggests that it has something to do with their family line, and it's being called Hereditary. And this film really keeps the audience guessing if these hereditary problems come through genetics or just through like plain evil that is just linked to the family. You don't know, and it's up for you to decide by the end of the film what you think. There are some amazing performances in this film. Toni Collette, she knocks it out of the park. She deserves the Oscar this year. If she got nominated for The Sixth Sense, then she definitely deserves to win for Hereditary. Alex Wolff also does an amazing job, and I think he should be nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Millie Shapiro's character is absolutely horrifying, and she is going to be scaring the crap out of people for years to come. This is one of the most well-made horror movies that I have ever seen in my entire life. Every single shot, every single line in this film is perfectly stylized, and it just creates a freaking masterpiece. This film has heavy themes and big plot twists that you will never ever see coming, which is really interesting because audiences reacted different to this movie than the critics did. Audiences were really split on this movie because of how unpredictable it was, and I honestly find that really dumb because when I go and see a horror movie, or any movie in general, I just want to be blown away. I want to be surprised, and this film does that, and it does it so freaking well. Also, I think this film has some of the best cinematography I have ever seen, not in just a horror film, but in any film. Paul Pogorzelski, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, but anyway, he did so good on the cinematography in this film, and I really hope he gets nominated for the Oscars this year. Now, another thing about this film that is worth mentioning is the score. I was absolutely blown away by this score. Oh, man. The score was composed by Colin Stetson, and if he doesn't get nominated, then I will frickin' quit everything. This score sets an atmosphere that is so eerie that it makes scenarios that normally would not be edgy at all, and it turns them into edge of your seat, nail-biting experiences. It's that good. Another thing to mention is that this film has some of the creepiest imagery I have ever seen. The film sets the idea of people being played with as if they were dolls, and the opening shot states that. It's a shot of a dollhouse. Now, the cool thing about the production design of this film is that the entire house in this film, the set was constructed like a freaking dollhouse, and like, I can't believe that. I've never been so disturbed by a horror movie in my life, to be honest. It was that good. I absolutely love this film. If I were somehow linked to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, I would definitely be nominating Ari Aster for Best Director, hands down. This is his first feature film, and he knocked it completely out of the park. If he makes movies that are just like this, I think I will be a longtime fan of his work. Overall, this film is a masterpiece in my opinion. This is a film that's going to be talked about for years, I think. At least I'm going to be talking about this film for years. And as for a letter grade, I just got to give this film an A+. Like, I just love it. I love this film. And yeah, sure, be sure to stay tuned for my upcoming Halloween movie reviews. Have a nice one.